Hello students, welcome in today's lecture. We are discussing our topic biological classification, and in that we have started our point, that is the kingdom fungi. So in previous lecture we have seen the three groups of fungi, and those are the Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes and the Deuteromycetes. So after completion of these three groups, some points are remaining from the group Basidiomycetes, but before that we have seen the different types of examples of this Phyco, Asco and the Basidiomycetes, and for that we have seen the trick, and that trick I will going to revise here because this trick is very important for the understanding the examples of the different groups. So for the first group of the fungi, that is called as the Phycomycetes. For the group Phycomycetes, we have seen one trick, and the name of that trick is called as a ram. Here we have seen that the ramp means there are three examples which belong to this Phycomycetes. R for the Rhizopus, A for the Albugo and M for the Mucor. So Rhizopus, Albugo and Mucor are the examples of the group Phycomycetes. Then the second group we have seen that is the Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes, and for that we have seen the trick, and the trick is NASA. Trick is NASA. We have seen that even though we pronounce NASA, but the spelling is NACA, and for NASA we have seen the example, that is N for Neurospora, A for Aspergillus, C for Claviceps, and again A for the Ascomycetes. Then the third group, that is the Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes, and for this we have seen the trick, and it is in Hindi, and the trick is आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा. Trick is आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा, and by this we have made the example, that is A से we have written agaricus. M से other name of agaricus is the mushroom. Okay. U से we have written Ustilago. S से another name of Ustilago is smut. Okay. Then P से Oxinia, and R से Arashta. Okay. See here, it is very interesting that by this trick we can understand the examples of these fungi, because by in a normal way you cannot identify or you cannot understand easily the example. There will be confusion, but the trick is the only way by which we can understand the different examples of this group. Okay, so this is about the example, and this is very important because as we have seen in the previous lecture, the question is asked mainly on these examples, and these examples you should know that which example belongs to which group of the fungi. The last group that we are going to discussing now, that is the Basidiomycetes, because in the last lecture we have seen some of the characteristics of this Basidiomycetes, but at the same point we will continue in this lecture because important point from this Basidiomycetes that we have to discuss here. So again students, see here three tricks are given: Phycomycetes for ram, Ascomycetes NASA, then we are given the Basidiomycetes. For it we have seen the trick आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा. So this is about the three groups of the fungi which we have already seen, and the last group that we will continue now, that is called as the Basidiomycetes. That is the Basidiomycetes. So which points are remain from this group, that we will discuss in this lecture. So next one, or the third group, that is Basidiomycetes. The point that we have discussed under this Basidiomycetes are these Basidiomycetes. The most common example of this Basidiomycetes are the mushroom, bracket fungi, puffball. We have seen that. You have to observe these examples on the Google, because by seeing the image of this you can understand the meaning of puffball or bracket fungi or the mushroom. Mushroom is the well known, you know the structure of mushroom, but the puffball or the bracket fungi you can observe this image on the Google. Okay, so here this Basidiomycetes, the character that we have seen is the common examples are mushroom, puffball, bracket fungi. They may be found on the soil, they may be found on the logs. Logs म्हणजे लाकडी ओंडका, tree trunk झाडावर पाहायला मिळतात आपल्याला. Even though they may act as a parasite, parasite of the plants. Two important examples are smut and rust that we have seen. That is the Istulago is called as the smut and the Puccinia is called as the rusters. These are the common names of the Istulago and the Puccinia. Okay, we have also seen that the mycelium is septate and branched. We have seen that asexual spores are absent in Basidiomycetes, where the vegetative reproduction takes place by the fragmentation method. Sex organs are absent, but here the one more thing that we'll discuss now is the plasmogamy. That means the point that we have discussed up to this, we have seen that which points are there. That is the mycelium is septate and branches, sexual spores are absent, sex organs are absent. Only the vegetative reproduction takes place by the fragmentation method. But see here, we'll discuss the point that is, even though the sex organs are absent in this Basidiomycetes. Now, what is meant by sex organ? Sex organ means that organ in which the gametes are produced, that is called as a sex organ. Okay, there are generally two sex organs, male sex organ and the female sex organ. In male sex organ, male gamete is produced, and in a female sex organ, female gamete is produced. And you should know the name of the sex organ in the fungi. Gametangia is the name of sex organ. It is not included in our syllabus, but you should know the sex organ in the fungi is called as gametangia, which produce the male and the female gametes. So sex organs are even absent in this group, and that is called as a Basidiomycetes. But here, even though sex organs are absent, the sexual reproduction can be carried out. The sexual reproduction can be carried out. And how it is carried out? The sexual reproduction is carried out by the process, and that is called as the plasmogamy. So sexual reproduction takes place in this Basidiomycetes by a method that is called as plasmogamy. Now, what is mean by plasmogamy? Plasmogamy means the union of protoplasm of the two cells without fusion of nuclei. Union of protoplasm of two cells without fusion of nuclei. So see here, if this is the one cell, okay, this is the one cell of the fungi, this is another cell of the fungi. Each cell has its own nuclei and there are two cells, but here you observe that only their protoplasm, means all this content around this nuclei is called as a protoplasm. Both these cells protoplasm get fused, okay, that is called as a plasmogamy, but there is no fusion of the two nuclei is there. And so here, how the sexual reproduction occurs in Basidiomycetes? By the fusion of the protoplasm of the two cells. By the fusion of the protoplasm of the two cells, there will be observed the plasmogamy, and it is called as the sexual reproduction method. Then what happened? After formation of the plasmogamy, then there is a union of the two nuclei. So first here you have to see that plasmogamy means what? Plasmogamy is the union of two protoplasm. After plasmogamy, there is a formation of dikaryotic stage. There is formation of the dikaryotic stage. Di means two. Okay. See here, protoplasm of the two cells get fused, but even though the protoplasm gets fused, there are two nuclei present in one cell, because two cells get mixed together and there is formation of the one cell. Okay, so structure is look like this. It is a one cell. But even though it is a one cell, it has two nuclei, and that's why it is called as a dikaryotic stage. And dikaryotic stage is the result of the plasmogamy. Okay, it is the result of the plasmogamy, and this dikaryotic stage later on form the basidium. This dikaryotic stage later on form the basidium. Basidium is the structure of the fungi. Basidium is the structure of the fungi, or it is a structure which is formed from the dikaryotic stage of the fungi. And see here, in this basidium, what happens? There will be meiosis, and or we say that in basidium, karyogamy and meiosis takes place. Then what is meant by karyokinesis? We say that the karyogamy or karyokinesis and the meiosis takes place. Means in the basidium, then these two nuclei get fused together and there will be formation of the one nuclei. That is called as a karyogamy. That is the union of the nucleus. In basidium, not in the dikaryotic stage. In basidium, there will be meiosis. That means the reduction in the chromosome number, and by which this karyogamy and meiosis, there will be formation of the four basidiophores. There is the formation of the four basidiophores. And if we see the structure of the basidium, so this is the structure of the basidium which is formed from this dikaryotic state, and on this basidium you will find this basidiophores. Okay, there will be formation of the basidiophores, or we may say that there is a formation of the not four basidiophores. Okay, so here we have seen that how the sexual reproduction takes place in the basidiomycetes. What is the result of the sexual reproduction? Basidium. How the basidiophores are present in the basidium, and this basidium is arranged in the fruiting body of the fungi, and that fruiting body are called as the basidiocarp. It is called as the basidiocarp. Very interesting point that we are going to discuss now, that is about the basidiomycetes. No doubt the important characteristics and trick of this basidiomycetes that we have seen in our previous lecture, but here we are discussing the sexual method of reproduction. That means here we are discussing that even though the sex organ is absent, in this basidiomycetes, sexual reproduction takes place. And how it takes place? The sexual reproduction in basidiomycetes takes place by a method, and that method is called as a plasmogamy. What do you mean by plasmogamy? Plasmogamy means the union. Plasmogamy means the union of the protoplasma of the two cells, but there is no union of the nuclei of the two cells. Okay, that's why what's the result? Nuclei are two, but cell is one. That condition is called as a di means two, and karyon means two nuclei. Okay, sorry, karyon means nuclei and di means two. So two nuclei stage is called as a dikaryotic stage, which is the result of this plasmogamy. This dikaryotic stage later on form a structure that is called as a basidium. So this is the structure of the basidium. This basidium, or in this basidium, two important processes takes place. One is called as a karyokinesis, and another one is called as karyogamy, and another one is called as the meiosis. In the karyogamy process, the two nuclei of the cell get fused and they form a single nuclei. And in meiosis, there will be reduction in the chromosome number of this basidium, and there will be formation of the basidiospore. So these basidiospores are formed exogenously on this basidium. They are produced exogenously on this basidium. And the last point is that we have seen in our previous lecture that the fruiting bodies which are present in the fungi is only for the formation of the spore. So there is also one of the fruiting bodies present in this basidiomycetes, and the fruiting body is called as the basidiocarp, and in that there is the arrangement of this basidium takes place. In that there is arrangement of basidium takes place. So student, see here, this is the important point of this basidiomycetes, and it says that how the sexual reproduction takes place in this group basidiomycetes. Okay, now here the last group is remaining, and that is called as a deuteromycetes. It is not well developed group because number of scientists to find out this group all the characteristics of the fungi is not found in this group, but even though it is called as the group of fungi, and that group of fungi is called as Deuteromycetes. So see here, the last group is Deuteromycetes, which is also called as imperfect fungi. Imperfect fungi. So why it is called as imperfect fungi, that here we discuss. And because see here, Deuteromycetes is the last group of the fungi. Some of the scientists is not consider it as a group of the fungi, but some scientists included it in a group of fungi because all the characteristics of the fungi are not found here. So first we will see why it is called as imperfect fungi, because in this fungi the sexual reproduction is absent. In this fungi the sexual reproduction is absent. Okay, and that's why this fungi are called as imperfect fungi. So it is very important that sexual reproduction is absent in these Deuteromycetes. That's why it is called as imperfect fungi. But in this fungi, the asexual reproduction, in this fungi, the asexual reproduction and the vegetative reproduction is common. And vegetative reproduction is formed. Okay, so vegetative and asexual reproduction is present, but sexual reproduction is absent. Then if we see the habitat of this Deuteromycetes, then mostly they are of the decomposer category. Mostly they are of the decomposer category. Some may be parasite, some may belongs to the saprophytes. So these are the types that we have already discussed. What is meant by saprophyte, what is meant by parasite, what is meant by decomposer. So mostly these fungi are decomposers. They are responsible for recycling of the nutrient, because as we have seen, decomposer decompose the body of the organism into the soil, and again the minerals from that organism body get mixed in the soil, and when any plant grows in that soil, the root of that plant take the minerals from that soil, and again it goes enter into the body of that plant. So from body of the living organism, nutrient get mixed to the soil, and again that nutrient is taken up by the roots of the plant, and again that nutrient goes into the body of the plant. So that is called as the recycling of the minerals or recycling of the nutrient, and for that these decomposers are responsible. Then the next point is that mycelium is septate and branch. Mycelium is septate and branch. So mycelium, which is the structure which is formed by the aggregation of the hyphae, these mycelium are septate and branched. See here, from the Ascomycetes, only the Phycomycetes has the aseptate and cynocytic mycelium, but the Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes, all three groups has the mycelium which is the septate and branch. So it is very important that is only Phycomycetes has a aseptate and cynocytic mycelium, but from the other than the Phycomycetes, Asco, Basidio and Deuteromycetes has the septate and the branched mycelium. So this is the second characteristics. And now we have to understand which examples belong to this Deuteromycetes. So one trick is there, and that trick is called as a cadet. That trick is called as cadet. So see here the trick, CADET, cadet. CADET. So what is meant by cadet? Cadet means new trainee in armed force or in a police force. म्हणजे आपल्याला सांगतात की आर्म फोर्स मध्ये किंवा पोलीसच्या या भरतीमध्ये जे नवीन ट्रेनर असतात, ट्रेनी असतात, त्याला कॅडेट हा शब्द वापरला जातो. ओके, सो बाय दिस कॅडेट वी कॅन अंडरस्टँड द एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ दिस deuteromycetes. So C stand for Coletotrichum. A stands for Alternaria. DE stands for Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes, which is the name of our group, and here T stands for Trichoderma. See, it is the last group of the fungi where we have given the trick cadet. Cadet means the meaning is the new training in armed force or the police force, where by this trick we can understand the examples of this fungi. Cadet, in that C for Coletotrichum, A for Alternaria, D stands for Deuteromycetes, and T stands for Trichoderma. So here, students, we have completed the 4 important categories or the groups of the fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. But at last, you have to make one chart, and by that chart you can easily understand the important point from these 3 groups. And that chart here we are going to discuss, because number of students read this group of fungi separately: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. But if the question is asked, then they cannot understand that question, because comparative study of these 4 groups is very essential, and that study can be made possible only when we put the important point in a tabular form. And that trick we are going to discuss now, that how to compare the 4 groups and their important point, because question is asked only on the important parts of this group, and that is very important, because then and then only we can understand the important part of this group. So here we will make a chart. By that chart, here we will discuss the 4 groups and their important points. So here we will make the 5 columns of these groups of fungi. These 5 columns includes here first is Phycomycetes. Here we have written the points. Second one, Ascomycetes. Next one is Basidiomycetes. In short, we have written Basidiomycetes. And the last group, that is called as the Deuteromycetes. Okay students, we have written in short. Which points are important, that we will discuss now. The first point is of the common name. First point is of the common name. That means some fungi are known by this common name, but not all groups of this fungi have the common name. So we have seen that the Phycomycetes do not have any common name, but Ascomycetes is generally called as the sac fungi. Basidiomycetes do not have any common name. Basidiomycetes do not have any common name, but the imperfect fungi is generally called to the imperfect fungi generally called to the Deuteromycetes. So this is the important thing. Habitat point is confusing, so you have to not focus on the habitat, means where they are found, okay? But the next point is the structure, and it belongs to the structure of the mycelium. So see here in the Phycomycetes, what we have seen, the mycelium. So I will write only here the structure, that means it belongs to the mycelium. So what is the mycelium structure in different groups of fungi? In Phycomycetes, mycelium is the aseptate. And phagocytic. We have seen that mycelium is aseptate and phagocytic in the Phycomycetes, while from Ascomycetes to the Deuteromycetes, mycelium is the septate and branch. So here we will write septate and branch. Same point here, septate and branch. Okay, same here, septate branch. So it is very easy to understand the mycelium structure, because only aseptate and phagocytic mycelium is found in the Phycomycetes, but Asco, Basidio and Deuteromycetes has the mycelium, which is the septate and the branch one. Okay, now the important point is the reproduction type, because the question is asked mainly on the structure of mycelium, on the type of reproduction, and on the example. So here the next point is the methods of reproduction. So third point here we write the reproduction, and which type of reproduction are found, that here we are going to discuss. See here, vegetative reproduction is absent. So here we will write vegetative reproduction is absent in Phycomycetes, absent in Ascomycetes, but this vegetative reproduction is by the fragmentation method. In the Basidiomycetes you will find also the vegetative reproduction by fragmentation you will find in the Deuteromycetes. So only these Phycomycetes and Ascomycetes do not have the vegetative type of reproduction, but it is found in the Basidiomycetes and the Deuteromycetes group. So this is about the vegetative reproduction. Second type of reproduction is called as asexual reproduction, and we have seen that asexual reproduction. Now here students, there is not space enough, but we are discussing the trick for comparative study of these four groups. So after completion of my lecture, you also have to make one chart, and in that chart you have to add the point like this. In our notes also we have made the table, and that's why it is very easy. But here now the next point we will discuss orally, because you know all the points of these four groups of the fungi. So next type of the reproduction is called as the asexual reproduction. Next type of reproduction is called as asexual reproduction, and you know that asexual reproduction in Phycomycetes takes place by the formation of the spores. And which type of spores are there? Zoospores, which are called as motile spore, and aplanospore, which is called as non-motile spore. So zoospore and the aplanospore, these are the types of spores which are the form of asexual reproduction in this Phycomycetes. Now the next type is the asexual reproduction in Ascomycetes. So by the name Ascomycetes, it is very easy to understand the name of the asexual reproduction in Ascomycetes. In Ascomycetes, the asexual reproduction takes place by a spore, and that spore's name is called as ascospores. The spore name is called as ascospore. And in the Basidiomycetes, we have seen that asexual reproduction is absent. In Basidiomycetes, just we have seen this group Basidiomycetes where asexual spores are absent. So aplanospore or zoospore is a form of asexual reproduction in Phyco. Ascospore is a form of asexual reproduction in the Ascomycetes. In Basidiomycetes, asexual reproduction is absent, while in Deuterogamy, the asexual reproduction takes place by conidia formation. Asexual reproduction takes place by the conidia formation. So conidia are the form of the asexual spore in this Deuteromycetes. These conidia are also found in the Ascomycetes. Okay, because Ascomycetes also form the conidia form of the asexual spore. Now the third point is the sexual form. Here what we have seen in the Phycomycetes, this Phycomycetes form the zygospore, and we have seen that zygospore is a form of sexual reproduction where there is a union of the two gametes takes place. That gametes may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous, and by union of the two gametes zygospore formation is present. That is called as the sexual form of this Phycomycetes. While in Ascomycetes, what is the sexual form? See here, one mistake is there. Ascospores are the sexual form of the Ascomycetes, and conidia are the asexual form of the Ascomycetes. So here we will correct that mistake. Phycomycetes, asexual reproduction takes place by the zoospore and the aplanospore. In Ascomycetes, asexual reproduction takes place by conidia. Here asexual reproduction is absent, and in Deuteromycetes again asexual reproduction takes place by the conidia. So conidia is a form of asexual reproduction which is common in Asco and the Deutero. But the sexual reproduction is different. The zygospore formation is a result of sexual reproduction where there is union of the two gametes. Gametes may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Here, ascospores are formed as a result of sexual reproduction. In Basidiomycetes, we have seen the plasmogamy is a form of sexual reproduction where there is a dikaryotic stage, and that dikaryotic stage forms the basidium. But in last Deuteromycetes, sexual reproduction is absent. That's why we call it as a imperfect fungi. Now, the trick is very important, but because by that trick we can understand the example. So, see students, here the trick for the Phycomycetes is given, and that is called as the ramp. Okay, trick for Ascomycetes is given, that is the NASA. Trick for Basidiomycetes is given, that trick is आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा, and the trick for Deuteromycetes is again the cadet. And here आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा. ट्रिक यासाठी असते की त्या ट्रिक वरनं आपण गमतीशीर ते एक्झाम्पल लक्षात ठेवू शकतो. ओके, त्यामुळे ट्रिकला सिरियसली घ्यायचं नाही. ट्रिक एवढ्यासाठी आहे की अवघड जे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत जे मुलांना जनरली सरळ तुम्ही जर असं वाचले प्रत्येक ग्रुप आणि तुम्हाला विचारलं की इन विच ग्रुप ऑफ द फंगाय कोलेटोट्रायकम बिलॉंग्स, तुम्हाला सांगता येणार नाही. पण ट्रिकनुसार तुम्हाला करेक्ट त्या ग्रुपचं एक्झाम्पल सांगता येईल. त्यामुळे लक्षात कसं ठेवायचं पहा, ट्रिक लक्षात ठेवूया आपण अशी. रॅम्प म्हणलं की फायकोमायसिटीज, नासा म्हणलं अस्कोमायसिटीज, आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा बेसिडोमायसिटीज, आणि ड्यूटेरोमायसिटीची ट्रिक आहे कॅरेट. प्रत्येकाचं मिनिंग सांगितलेलं आहे मी तुम्हाला. रॅम्प म्हणजे कॅटवॉक म्हणू शकतो आपण, फॅशन शो मध्ये अर्ज केला जातो. नासा अंतराळामध्ये स्पेसमध्ये वर्ड यूज केला जातो नासा. आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा मिनिंग तुम्हाला कळते. आणि कॅडेट म्हणजे न्यू ट्रेनिंग इन द आर्मी ऑर द पोलीस फोर्स. ओके, नाउ very interesting is that how here not a single example is given, but again we'll revise the example because it is very important point. R for rhizopus, A for albugo, M for mucor, P stand for Phycomycetes, N for neurospora, A for aspergillus, C for claviceps, A for ascomycetes. आज मैं उससे परेशान रहा. By this trick, we can understand the common name and the biological name of the fungi. A say agaricus, My, say mushroom. So agaricus, biological name, mushroom is a common name. Say Ustelago is a biological name. And say smoth, it is a common name. Pareshan se P, Puccinia. And Raha se R se Rashtra. So Puccinia is a biological name and Rashtra is a common name. So it is very interesting point. If you observe or if you study line to line these four groups, then you can understand that four groups. But any question if asked, you cannot understand it easily. But by this trick, by comparative study of these four groups of the fungi, you can easily understand the kingdom fungi. So if you have any problem regarding this kingdom fungi, you can personally call me. Now we will discuss the next part of our biological classification topic, and that is the kingdom planting. So students, see here, after this we have seen three kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom fungi. All these kingdoms are very important. So you have to revise always these three groups, because the questions you will see which are asked for the previous exams are related from this point, because this biological classification is an important topic for the NEET point of view. And if we clear all the things first, it will be easy to learn for the NEET exam. So now we will see the next group of this biological classification, and that is called as the kingdom Plantae. So there are, again we'll see, will be four. We have seen the scientist Whittaker classified all the organisms into five kingdom: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Okay, so here we have completed the three kingdoms. We have completed the three kingdoms, and the next kingdom that here we are going to discuss is the kingdom Plantae. So what is given in the kingdom Plantae that we will discuss here? This kingdom Plantae in detail we will discuss in the next chapter, that is the Plantae. The name of the chapter is kingdom Plantae. But the some important points that we will discuss in this topic, that are the kingdom Plantae. That means we have studied at first that these are the eukaryotic. These are the eukaryotic, because only the Protista are the prokaryotic, and then the only Monera the prokaryotic. But from Protista to Animalia, all kingdoms are eukaryotic. So it is eukaryotic, and it is chlorophyll bearing organisms. So it is eukaryotic and chlorophyll bearing organism, because we have seen that chlorophyll is a green pigment which is present in this kingdom, and that's why they can prepare their own food. So these are the eukaryotic chlorophyll bearing multicellular organism. Another important characteristics is that we say that most of them are the autotrophic, but there are few examples which are says that they are partially heterotrophic. Means what? All the plants are the autotrophic because they has a chlorophyll, which is a green pigment by which they can synthesize their food by the process of photosynthesis. But there are few examples which do not belong to the autotrophic category, and that's why we call it as a kingdom Plantae is a partially heterotrophic. And for example, there are some examples where some plants are called as the insectivorous plant, or some plants are called as a parasitic plant. Some plants are called as the insectivorous plant, while some plants are called as parasitic plant. Insectivorous plant means there are some plants which eat as an insect, and some plants which live on the body of the other higher plant, that is called as a parasitic plant. So two examples are given in our NCERT, and that examples of insectivorous plants are bladderwort, and Venus flytrap. Bladderwort and Venus flytrap are the example of the insectivorous plant, and the Cuscuta is example of the parasitic plant. Cuscuta is the example of the parasitic plant. Okay, so it is very important, because the if question is asked that insectivorous plant is, then the answer is the bladderwort and Venus flytrap, and the parasitic plant is the Cuscuta. Okay, we are not going to in detail to this example, but here we have to mention that all the plants are heterotrophic, but the few exceptions are there, and these exceptions are the insectivorous plants are there, that is called as the bladderwort and Venus flytrap, and parasitic plant is there, that is called as the Cuscuta. So this is the second point which belongs to the kingdom Plantae. Then the next point is that this kingdom Plantae has important characteristics, and that is there is a cell wall present on the outer covering of a cell, because cell wall is the important characteristics of this kingdom Plantae, and this cell wall, which is the outer covering of the cell, is made up of the important constituent, and that is called as the cellulose. It is made up of from the cellulose. Okay, so cell wall is made up of from the cellulose. Now there are two important phases or stages in the life cycle of the plant, and these stages are called as the diploid sporophyte stage and haploid gametophyte stage. So in the life cycle of any higher plant, there are two stages: diploid sporophyte stage and haploid gametophyte stage, because the sporophyte stage has two sets of chromosomes and this gametophyte stage has one set of chromosomes, and these two stages of the life cycle of plant are alternate with each other. That means they are found one after the another. Means if any plant has first stage sporophyte, then at the later stage of the life cycle of that plant it shows the gametophyte stage. Or if any plant has first gametophyte stage, then later on it produces the sporophyte stage. So what is mean by sporophyte and gametophyte stage, that we will discuss in detail in the next chapter, that is the chapter Plantae. But here you should know that the life cycle of the plant has two stages: diploid sporophyte and haploid gametophyte, and these two stages alternate to each other. They are found one after the another, and the important thing is that this kingdom Plantae has divided into the five divisions, and those are these five divisions. These divisions are the Algae, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta. Then next group is Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. Okay, so here students, the kingdom Plantae is divided into the five groups, that is Algae, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. These are the five divisions of this plant, and all these divisions from Algae to the Angiosperm we will discuss it in the chapter Plantae. But here you should know that this Algae, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta are generally primitive plants, while this Gymnosperm and Angiosperms are generally called as a higher plant. So if we will discuss in detail Algae, Bryo, Pterido, Gymno and the Angio, but here you should know that the last two groups, Angiosperm and Gymnosperm, are highly evolved plants, but Algae, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta are the primitive plant. So here we have completed our four kingdoms. Our last fourth kingdom, that is the kingdom Plantae. So we'll revise the important point, that is the kingdom Plantae is a chlorophyll bearing eukaryotic multicellular organism Some of them are the partially heterotrophic, and in that some are the insectivorous. For example, bladderwort and Venus flytrap plant. Some are the parasitic, for example, Cuscuta plant. Here we have also seen that this plantae, kingdom plantae, is divided into 5 divisions. These are algae, bryophyta, pteridophyta, the gymnosperm and the angiosperm. We have also seen that cell wall is an important component of this kingdom plantae, and which is made up of the cellulose. And the last part is that in the life cycle of the plantae, there are two important stages. That stages are called as the diploid sporophyte stage and the haploid gametophyte stage. And these stages in the life of the plant alternate with each other. That means they occur one after the other. So student, here we have completed our point, that is the kingdom plantae. In the next lecture, we will discuss the next and the last kingdom, that is the kingdom Animalia. But out of these 5 kingdoms, the very important kingdoms are kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and the kingdom Fungi, because the question is asked mainly on these 3 kingdoms. But out of this, again, the important kingdom is kingdom Fungi from this point of view, because there will be confusion for the 4 groups of the kingdom Fungi. But if we study comparatively these 4 groups of the fungi, then there will be no confusion, and you should understand the trick for this group of the fungi. Okay, thank you.